A lot of items to switch on when you're up at the front of the table. So good evening, counselors, staff, television and online viewers in Blind River. I would like to acknowledge that we are on Mississauga First Nation land. Prior to beginning this evening's agenda, I would like to ask each counselor to answer the roll call when I call your name. Deputy Mayor Summers.
Present.
Councillor B. Dunbar.
Present.
Councillor J. Dunbar.
I am present.
Councillor Wells.
Present.
Councillor Roy.
Present.
And Councillor Posterero.
Present.
Thank you. Well, we know that lockdown is causing a lot of stress for individuals, and we do thank you for continuing to be vigilant about hand sanitizing, wearing a mask, and staying socially distanced. Given that the month of January is a time for resolutions, I have a challenge for you. To help raise your positive outlook, think of 21 things that you would like to accomplish in 2021. This could be either something like exercising for 21 days, or it could be something like coming up with 21 different challenges. Examples might be phoning 21 different friends, or providing 21 random acts of kindness over the course of the year. Needless to say, the possibilities are limitless, and it will not only improve your overall outlook, it could make an impact on the lives of someone else. I personally am taking up this challenge, and I'll let you know in December how many challenges I accomplished. These are challenging times, and your town is continually working for you and with you to ensure the safe well-being of everyone. Now, without further ado, turning to tonight's agenda, I have a motion from Councillor Summers, seconded by Councillor Posterero. Be it resolved that Council approve the agenda, the closed meeting agenda, and the addendum to the agenda as presented. All in favor? And that's carried. And I have the review of the minutes, but prior to going to that, is there anyone who is declaring pecuniary interest on any of the agenda items tonight? Seeing no hands once, twice, 3 times, we'll move on. And I have a motion from Councillor Roy, seconded by Councillor B. Dunbar. Be it resolved that Council adopt the minutes of the regular Council meeting of December 14th, 2020 as presented. All in favor of this motion? Opposed? And that's carried. And was there anything that Council wishes to bring up as a result of seeing the minutes? Councillor J. Dunbar?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm just looking for some information on item number 11, the presentation of committee reports from that last meeting pertaining to the snow plan lease agreement. I guess what I'm looking for is, did we set a specific time on this agreement, like 2-year, 5-year, 3-year? And I noticed it says it's an agreement, not a contract. So I was wondering if the CAO might be able to enlighten me.
Through you, Madam Mayor, we have a 2-year agreement that will be renewed or with the potential of being renewed. The similar agreement that we had with the courthouse.
Okay, thanks, Katie.
And are there any other questions from the minutes? Seeing none, moving on. We have no public presentations tonight, nor do we have any administration reports. Our service delivery review status is continuing. And as you all know, there's a number of committee meetings this week, so we took a break over the Christmas holidays. Unfinished business, there is none. I do have under correspondence for action, a memo from the North Shore Cruisers sponsoring the charity, and I will read the motion to you. This has been moved by Councillor Wells, seconded by Councillor J. Dunbar. Whereas the North Shore Country Cruisers charity supports Sick Kids funds and providing accessible enhancements to the public places from Espanola to Iron Bridge Therefore, be it resolved that council support the North Shore Country Cruisers charity, the Ace Lottery, in the amount of, and that's to be decided. Discussion. Councillor Roy.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I was looking online. I can't find anything about the North Shore Country Cruisers. I found North Shore Cruisers, which I'm very well aware of because, you know, they're involved in car cruising. What do these people do? It just seems like it is out of nowhere and they're going to do a Chase the Ace. I just can't find anything online about them. So maybe if you can maybe enlighten me what's going on with this, where they're from, what's going on.
Through you, Madam Mayor, this is an organization run out of Elliott Lake, the city, with continued cooperation from the city of Elliott Lake as well. This is Miss Hennessy. So Darla Hennessy's daughter is in charge of this organization. And I believe it's similar to the North Shore Cruisers.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And would council like to propose an amount if they are interested in supporting this charity? Councillor Pastorero?
I guess maybe a question of clarification. So in the correspondence, it was discussing that the funds would be for like naming yourself as a sponsor of the event, or was that only if you donated $4,000? So could we change the fee amount and still be a sponsor?
Through you, Madam Mayor, I'm not sure I can get clarification on that, but I believe that you can change the sponsor amount. You wouldn't have to do the full 4,000. You could donate in any amount that council wishes to.
Councillor Summers?
On the last, or one of the pages, it's got the sponsorship level. So it has partner level, sponsor level, and friends of the CTA level. So the amounts are like 4,000, 2,000, and 600. So I'm thinking that those are, we would choose one of those as to where we wanted to go with this. I'm not really sure. I believe this is for, yeah, this is for 1 year. It looks like. So I don't know. My suggestion would be to maybe do the Friends of the CTA level for $600 for this year. And then we can kind of see how it goes. It looks like, you know, they do some pretty nice things and it's for the whole area. I don't know. I just think we could give it a try and see. And next year we could revisit and maybe up it to the sponsor level if we feel that it's, you know, it warrants it. Just a thought.
Councillor Wills?
I'm assuming that this money will be coming out of the budget allocated to council for 2021. I can't remember, we haven't passed the budget yet, but I can't remember how much we initially delegated to that amount of that line in the budget for this coming year. I wonder if maybe the treasurer would have some information about that.
And over to you, Ms. Dent.
Through you, Madam Mayor, yes, I anticipated that question. So council does have about $5,000 that's unaccounted for at this point in the donations budget. You have a total of $15,000, but $10,000 of that is already spoken for. So there is $5,000 available in the council donations for 2021.
Thank you. Councillor Wills?
Since I signed the motion, I would be willing this year to go with the Friends of the CTA at $600, and then it's something we could revisit every year anyway.
Thank you. Any other comments on this motion? Councillor B. Dunbar?
I just would, do we normally donate to charities, you know, the charities that write in and ask us for donations? I mean, I'm sure we get a lot of requests for this. Is this a normal practice for us?
And I see Councillor Wells with hands up. You may have your answer.
Perhaps the CEO will comment here, but we do have a policy, I believe, that we passed 2 years ago with regard to local charities, so that the requests don't have to come directly to council. We've already have an arbitrary amount in the policy. And then we have leeway with regard to other people that want us to make a contribution.
Councillor Postrero.
Thank you. I noticed also one thing in their correspondence is like their aim is to provide accessibility, especially for playgrounds, so that everyone can enjoy the playgrounds. Have they, in their correspondence, they said, including Blind River, have they approached the town in assisting with playgrounds and accessibility?
Through you, Madam Mayor, no, they have not. But now that we are aware of the group, we will certainly be reaching out to them when we are conducting these types of projects.
And Councillor Jay Dunbar.
I think my question was answered, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions on this or comments on this? So I've heard two councillors suggesting $600 for this worthwhile charity. And if there are no other comments, we'll go forward with a vote. All in favor of this motion? And that would be in the amount of $600 donation. And opposed? Seeing none, this motion is carried. And for information, item 14.1, we received a letter from the Federation of Canadian Municipalities re our Asset Management Program grant approval in the amount of $50,000. Is there any questions on this correspondence? And seeing none, 14.2, received $24,000 from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing with regards to COVID-related operating pressures. Are there any questions on this funding? Seeing none. From the Solicitor General, we have received an extension to July 1st, 2021 on our Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. Are there any questions on this correspondence? Councillor Jay Dunbar.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I remember when this came out, I was made aware of this back about 3 years ago. We had a presentation from an individual from the police force. I'm just wondering, there's quite a bit here involved. And back then, I remember having a discussion over this. Like, how far along are we on this year, Ms. Scott? And is this going to take up quite a bit of your time?
Through you, Madam Mayor, we aren't that far along in this project. We're in the same situation as most municipalities across the province. Over the last week and a half, we've been speaking to municipalities within our district and as well as the Sudbury district who are all in the very preliminary stages. I can tell you that some municipalities have dedicated personnel to work on these plans. That would be the larger municipalities. What we are going to do for Blind River is work together with Huron Shores and Spanish for sure, possibly the North Shore, to come up with a plan together, because a lot of our services are shared within our area. But I do have a call towards the end of the week with municipalities such as Elliott Lake, Espanola, Sable Spanish River, to discuss where they're at and how we're going to be moving forward. So we'll all be assisting each other in working through this this process. But yes, this is a big project, and this is going to take a lot of time.
Councillor Jay Dunbar.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, has anyone reached out to these services? Like, you know, you're going to have like mental health people on board, probably our hospital, and you know, with everything going on with the COVID, I don't even know if July is a realistic amount of time. And who knows, there may be another extension, but there's a lot of preliminary work to be done here prior to this plan coming into fruition.
Yes, through you, Madam Mayor, that is correct. And with the Sudbury district, they're area district social service board is actually going to lead it for them. We did reach out to our board, and they have declined taking the lead on that position. So it's back into the laps of the municipality. So unfortunately, we won't have that, but we will be able to work with the Sudbury District Social Service Board and gauge how they're running through the process. But yes, there is a lot of consultation with the OPP, the hospital, the Algoma Family Health Team, Algoma Public Health, Mental Services, CAS. All of the agencies will have to be at the table with a representative.
Okay, thank you, Kate. I guess ADSAB would not have anything to do with this, would they?
We did reach out to them to see if they would take a lead, and they declined.
Okay.
Just to add to that, they will provide statistical information, but only upon request. So, are there any other questions or items on this topic? And seeing none, moving on, January 6th, sorry, Municipal Affairs and Housing provided us a financial indicator template and a municipal profile. Are there any questions on the template or the profile? And seeing none, we have no notices of motion. Moving on to our introduction and consideration of bylaws, bylaw 21-01 for temporary borrowing until the budget has been passed. This motion is moved by Councillor Jay Dunbar, seconded by Councillor Pastorero. Be it resolved that Council authorize the Mayor and CAO Clerk to sign bylaw 21-01, being a bylaw of the Corporation of the Town of Blind River to authorize temporary borrowing from time to time to meet current expenses during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021, was passed in open council this 11th day of January, 2021. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you. And on interim taxes, I have a motion from Councillor Summers, seconded by Councillor Roy. Be it resolved that Council authorize the Mayor and CAO Clerk to sign bylaw 21-02, being a bylaw of the Corporation of the Town of Blind River, to provide an interim tax levy for 2021, was passed in open council this 11th day of January, 2021. Discussion? All in favor of this motion? Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you. And that takes care of the public portion of this meeting. There are no council reports or announcements at this time, and there is no addendum. So I will move to have a motion moved by Councillor B. Dunbar, seconded by Councillor J. Dunbar. Be it resolved that council go into a closed meeting at 7:18 p.m. in accordance with Section 239 of the Municipal Act in order to address matters pertaining to personnel and legal advice. All in favor of this motion? Opposed? And that's carried. And I'd ask all of council to sign off, and we'll go into a closed session now. Thank you. Welcome back, Blind River. We are returning with a motion from Councillor Summers, seconded by Councillor B. Dunbar, that be it resolved that council resume the open meeting at 9:01 p.m. All in favor of this motion? And that is carried. Thank you. And for the public's knowledge, we were in a closed meeting to discuss items of personnel and also legal advice. And I have a motion from Councillor J. Posterero, seconded by Councillor Summers. Be it resolved that council authorize the mayor and CAO clerk to sign bylaw 20-03, being a bylaw of the corporation of the town of Blind River, to adopt the minutes of the meeting of January 2nd, 2021 was passed in open council this 11th day of January 2021. All in favor of this motion? And that is carried. And I have a motion from Councillor J. Dunbar, seconded by Councillor Roy. Be it resolved that council adjourn at 9:02 p.m. All in favor of this motion? Opposed? Ask. And that is carried. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And for council, we'll see you at the next meetings. Thanks.